Hi, my name is Godfrey M. Raut. Today I'm going to show you how to read and write data in database using SQLITE and Java. First thing first is you need to download these two files, the SQLITE sample database and the SQLITE JDBC driver. So we'll copy the link and paste it in the browser. Then select please download, click download. I have downloaded it and I will not download it again. So the next is the SQLITE JDBC. And select the latest version. I also downloaded this already. I will not download it again. Now in my class, just first is you need to import this one, the jar file. So this one, the SQLITE JDBC 3.20. Click OK. Then next is the database. I pasted it in C users Godfrey documents projects db. This is the one that the database file. Then I will explain my code. First is I have a package SQLITE JDBC driver connection, so this one. So it's very important to import that one so that your program will work. Then next thing to do is to import these lines. Import java.sql.connection is to connect your database. Then driver manager is to connect your the JDBC that you have downloaded. And the prepared statement is your queries in the SQL, and SQL exception is the error. The statement is your query, then the option pane, and the result set the value. First thing to do is to connect to the database. So I created a method named connect. So this line refers to the directory of the database that I have downloaded earlier. So this one, chinook.db. Then this line is to connect to it. Then if the program if the program found that this directory is really working, and the files and the file chinook.db is there, then they will print the connection to SQLITE has been established. If not, it will return an error. Then return con, because this method requires a return value. Next is the create new table method. This method create a table. So first, this line refers also to your database directory, and this variable SQL equals is used to create a table named student with its corresponding rows. The if name, m name, l name, first grading, second grading, third grading, and fourth grading. If name text here is a type string, integer is a number, then it must be not null, so not empty. When you insert a value, it must not be empty. So try connection equals driver manager that get connection URL. So this refers to the directory of your database. Then statement equals con that create statement. Then stmt that execute SQL. So this refers to this one. You will execute this and create the table student with its corresponding columns. So if you have if there is any error here, the catch will be executed, and it will print an error message and will not create the table student in its in its column. So now let's go to the insert method. This methods insert the values to the table that you have created. So in my method it have an a formal parameters. It is 7. The if name, m name, l name, first grading to fourth grading. Then string SQL, this is the query insert into student. So if name, m name refers the rows column rows. So then values is equal to question mark, so it must also be 7. Question mark is used so that it cannot be hacked easily. So try connection con equals this dot connect preferred state. So we created an object here named paste empty. So con that prepared statement SQL. So this one, the first row refers to f name, then second is m name, third will be the m name, fourth is first grading, second grading up to fourth grading. So then after that it will execute that one to create to insert the the values. So if you add other values here, it will produce an error because you already declared 7 parameters only. So if you will make it 8 or greater, it produce an error and the values will not be inserted. Now let's go to the select all method. This method gets the values of your table in the database. So string SQL equals select f name the rows name to forgetting from student table. So from student table only. Try connection con equals this dot connect statement stmt equals con dot create statement rs equals execute query SQL. So this one your query, my query. Then system out dot print line first name, middle name, last name, first grading, second grading, third grading, fourth grading. So I use /t here, the tab so that the rows will be arranged clearly. Then while rs that next, this method checks if it has more values. So if we if the program found a value, it will then get it and display it. So we will print that values. That's get string represent. This method gets the values of the if name rows I column and set it to the string. Then im name string, l name string. First grading to fourth grading will be integer. So if you get a value that is not found in that is not in the row or column, it will then this will be executed. So it will produce an error. So error, then you will not get the values that you need. So now let's go to the main method. In order to for the program to run, main method was needed. So first is you create the new table, which creates the table. Then then I created an object named up, and then I used the option page, and this 3 lines here is user input. So I use the option pane here. So the first name, middle name, and last name. So and this method checks if the values is empty or not. So it's equal to 0. So since I'm referring to is equal to 0, so this means empty. So if if we put an empty string here, it will produce an error, and then it will go back again to main, which calls the main method, and will do the steps again from the top. Next is if we bypass this one, if you really bypass this one, it will go here. So now it is still user input. So this one is an integer format. So type we will just type the number of the grade of the student. And after typing, we will insert it to the table. So this up refers to the object that we created before, and then insert method from that insert refers to this insert method. So notice that insert method has 7 parameters, and it is a formal parameters. So the first 3 parameters are all string, and the remaining 4 parameters are all integer. So in our code, the first 3 parameters must be string, and the remaining integers must be 4. So if name here is string to l name, so string, then first to fourth is integer. So correct. So this code will be inserted, and so our values will be inserted to the database. and also the order and the number of arguments. Alright, it's correct. Then after inserting it, we will call the select all method, which gets the values from the student table. So now we will run the program. Type Godfrey Martinez, and then grade 9 into 8. So here so correct. By the way, I will just delete the database so that I I will clear the database first so that we can trace properly. Paste it here. So our database must now be empty, so we'll type again. So Godfrey Martinez. So we'll try to input an empty string, so we'll leave it blank. So it must produce an error as expected, so we'll type again. So enter a grade 8 6. So no. Oops, the code. So now so bug, so here Martinez out, so 7 it is or 6, so correct. So the first that was 11, so by default we created a table. We created a table, so here student, so we called it here, and after that we insert the values, insert the values, so this will be inserted, so it cannot be seen. Then we read the data, so it's here. First name, middle name, last name, first grading is a type of string. This one. So it's type of string, and I use a tab button so that I use a /-t or tab so that spaces will be separated, and then the values, this one. That's it, ma'am.